Have you ever ordered an espresso and wondered why the drink sounds like it's in a hurry? Like, who decided coffee needed a name that implies it has a meeting in 5 minutes? And why does it arrive in a cup so small it makes you question your life choices, yet somehow contains the power of a small thunderstorm? Well, today we're taking that tiny but mighty mystery and cracking it open like a coffee bean under pressure. I'm Professor Everything, and today we'll be answering the question, why is it called espresso? Right here on Explaining Everything. First things first, espresso has nothing to do with expressing anything. It's not a confession drink. You don't take a shot and suddenly start telling your barista your deepest secrets. The word espresso actually comes from the Italian word esprimere, meaning to press out. So yes, espresso is literally pressed out coffee. The Italians were not trying to be poetic. They saw hot water being forced through coffee grounds at high pressure and basically said, "Yup, that's pressed." Italians have a talent for food, fashion, and naming things in brutally obvious ways. But here's where it gets funnier. Because espresso sounds like express, English speakers decided the drink must be fast. And to be fair, it is. If you've ever watched a barista pull an espresso shot, it happens quickly, like a tiny, caffeinated magic trick. One moment, nothing. The next moment, whoosh, a shot of liquid motivation appears. So while espresso wasn't originally meant to mean express, it's actually kind of fitting. It's the fast food of fancy coffee. Quick, strong, and guaranteed to activate your soul. The 1800s were an era of big inventions. Steam engines, trains, electricity, and apparently Italians getting impatient with slow coffee. Back then, making a cup of coffee took time. Too much time. People had jobs, appointments, and very important conversations about mustache grooming. They needed a solution. Enter the Italian inventor Angelo Moriondo, who in 1884 created the first version of a steam-powered coffee machine designed to brew coffee super fast. It wasn't today's espresso machine yet, more like the ancestor with weird hair and questionable fashion. But it sparked the idea. Later, inventors improved it, each adding more pressure, more precision, and probably more yelling in Italian. By the early 1900s, machines were pushing water through coffee at high pressure, producing a small, concentrated, aromatic drink that basically said, "Ciao, you're awake now." And here's the cool part. Because it was made expressly for the customer and made quickly, Italians began calling it caffè espresso. In Italian, that means coffee made on the spot, freshly for you, under pressure. So it's not just pressed out coffee, it's pressed out coffee made specifically for you. Fast. See? The name makes perfect sense now. Unlike your last overpriced coffee order that sounded like someone dared you to say it out loud. A beautiful thing about espresso is that it doesn't pretend to be anything. It's not. It's bold. It's tiny. It's a 30-milliliter punch to the brain. The drink doesn't show up in a giant mug like, "I'm here to comfort you." It shows up like, "We're getting things done today." But back when espresso first appeared, not everyone was ready for this level of intensity. Some people were used to sipping slow, gentle cups of drip coffee. Then espresso arrived like an Italian opera singer kicking the door open. Many Europeans in the early 1900s thought espresso tasted too strong. Too strong. Meanwhile, modern coffee drinkers chug 3 shots before breakfast and call it a personality trait. The rise of espresso also marked a cultural shift. Instead of relaxing at home with a long cup of coffee, people started heading to cafes. Ordering espresso became a mini ritual. Stand at the bar, toss it back, slam the cup down like you just won something, and walk out feeling like a philosopher. It was the original energy drink, but classy. When espresso left Italy and traveled the world, things got creative. Other countries loved it, but nobody could agree on what to do with it. Some places added milk and sugar. Some turned it into long drinks. Some said, "What if we just add more shots until our hands shake?" And then America looked at espresso and said, "What if we put it in a cup the size of a small aquarium?" Thus, the modern coffee menu exploded with lattes, mochas, macchiatos, half-calf, double foam, triple temperature, upside-down concoctions that Italians would stare at like alien artifacts. But no matter how complicated coffee culture becomes, espresso remains the foundation, the original shot. The reason your morning latte exists, the reason baristas look tired, the reason adults function. And the best part? The name stayed the same everywhere because espresso just sounds cool. No translation needed. 2 syllables. Sharp. Fast. Like the drink itself. So why is it called espresso? Because the Italians said, let's press coffee under high pressure and make it fresh, fast, and for each person. The name literally captures the process. Pressed out, made expressly, served quickly. It's not about expressions. It's not about speed limits. It's simply the perfect name for a tiny cup of liquid electricity. If you enjoy this video, or just learned something that'll make you sound smarter the next time you order coffee, please like and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.